Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of GMS who rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings out there to you elect, starting with 144,000 on down. So the title of this lesson is these different creatures will pretty much bring a whole new aspect to Jacob's trouble, something along those lines. Not too lengthy, but these creatures that are known and unknown, right? Which is a field. It's a field that Esau kind of recognizes, but he passes off as pseudo, meaning beside the way, or like a quack, crazy person. But it's called cryptozoology, which is the study of cryptids, which are hidden, legendary, or extinct animals. And that's what Esau loves to do, that shit. Oh, this animal's extinct, and then 40 years later, oh, I thought it was extinct. Right? We just found traces of it coming back. First of all, you don't control anything. Even with your destruction, there's a set measure. There's a border Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gives you, you know. Because if you truly had a free reign to do as you want, you would destroy the planet already. This planet would already been destroyed, you know. But right, key examples include Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster, and the Yeti, right, which is in Esau's terminology, legend, or hidden, or not real. But guess what? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he's far out. And the creatures that we do know already, there's a lot of crazy, peculiar things out there in nature with animals. So you can only imagine what's hidden, what the Lord has hidden for the end, which is right now. We're in the end right now. We are in the end, right? Now I'm going to play some videos. This is the first one I found on Reddit. And it says a man captured this footage of Bigfoot watching him from the woods outside his cabin. They don't look like a big guy, you know. And like I said, these woodlands, right, all throughout North America, man. You go into the States, never mind Canada, we have all kinds of dense forestry. You got all kinds of creatures. You tell me there's nothing but deers and elks and bears in there and squirrels? No, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has some stuff. He got some arsenal in there, man. Vengeful spirits, just like Leviathan. When Leviathan pops out, man, that's gonna cause a lot of men's hearts to fail. A lot of people are gonna just drop dead from the sight of it. But you got to think about that, how crazy that's gonna be. So that's a macro level. So on a micro, you got all kinds of these animals and creatures. You got Esau even that genetically spliced and engineered certain creatures. That's another thing, because Esau is a sword that the Most High is using and will continue to use. Right? You're gonna have creatures like this visiting and tearing people apart, man. You couldn't stop that thing if you tried. Shit. You know, this is a picture of a Colorado man captured these photos of Bigfoot watching him through a window. You know, I mean, of course people could say AI and fake and mask and shit. But the thing is, man, these things keep popping up now, especially in these last days. And I always believed in this. I always believed, you know, there's all kinds of different creatures. Like right before the truth, I was into cryptozoology. I was into a lot of this, you know, what people deem as crazy. Okay, but I was always interested in these kind of things, and now it makes ever more sense. You're gonna tell me the Most High just made the regular creatures, which even these regular tigers and lions and baboons and all these magnificent smart animals that have their own way, magnificent ways, you know, but you're gonna have all kinds of things like this, man. And another video is this footage supposedly shows a Bigfoot attempting to evade a thermal drone. Again, there's all kinds of legends. Gad has these stories and legends, you know, and you people are, you know, you keep playing with the earth, with the men of the Lord, with the Most High's word and His testimony. Okay, and these things are set for you. They're getting, you know, it's like a spring being loaded. It's pointed at you. It's getting ready to be let loose. Okay, these things are terrifying, man. You know, I pray if I run into Bigfoot in that day, he's gonna be my friend. Okay. Huge creature. All right. Now let's go to Isaiah 66:4 KJV. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. All right, so your delusions, right? Verse in the NLT, it says, I will send them great trouble. All the things they feared. So you people, you're into this horror, spiritual, poltergeist shit, but obviously you're really scared of it too. You know, it gives you a rush. But you people like to play with it to a certain level of adrenaline, and then it gets scary. But guess what? It's going to overturn, and it's going to get that scary. It's going to get physical to the touch, just like that angel beat Heliodorus, beat the brakes off him in the Maccabees, book of Second Maccabees, right? So these spirits, creatures, vengeful spirits, okay, they're gonna everything is going to be suited towards your fear, your custom-made fear, man. Whatever you fear specifically is going to be brought to you. Just like Freddy Krueger, I think, right? Freddy Krueger, he whatever you feared, he brought to you. You know, if you feared water, or you feared whatever kind of drowning situation, or that was your situation in the dream where he was terrorizing you, a night terror, a night demon. Right, it says, for when I called, they did not answer. When I spoke, they did not listen. They deliberately sinned before my very eyes and chose to do what they know I despise. Now let's get this in the AMP. Right, verse 4. So I will choose their punishments and will bring the things they dread upon them. Right, because I called, but no one answered. I spoke, but they did not listen or obey. But they did evil in my sight and chose that in which I did not delight. Right? So let's look up this word. Actually, I wanted to look it up in the KJV, the delusion. Delusions, long word. Thai or thylawalium. I know I chopped that up, but the root is ilal. So it's thylawal-yum, which means wantonness, caprice, vexation. Okay? Delusion, vexation, concretely a tyrant. The Most High is going to be a tyrant too. He's going to show why he's called Al-Ashadya, a terrible, demon-like, cruel power. Right? Vexation. I like this word here. Petulances, which is childishness. And when we look up this word petulance, let's look up the definition real quick. Right, petulance is a noun that means a childish, rude, and unreasonable state of being easily annoyed over small things. That's you people, man. You're gonna be in that state. Every little thing you're gonna fucking suffer. You're gonna complain. Every little discomfort, misconvenience. Because you guys are in a life of what, right? What do you call it? luxury. Yeah. Right. So yeah, at the end of the day, when that big fall happens, you know, it's gonna be big because people are used to so much. So when that rapid change happens, right, that rapid change of switching of your condition, you know, like even small. I'm outside, it's hot, you know, you're sweaty. People are used to what? AC. Even little things like that, you know, going without. And that's little. That's just a little convenience that you got. I'm just throwing it out because I'm feeling it right now, so that's what came in my head. But there's all kinds of little things. The way you get your food, your water, okay, the relationship with the earth. You just think the earth is a place to shit on, to party, play hard, right? No, the earth is a place that you cultivate. You have to keep stewardship of. You have to take care of it. Okay, but again, you people are not in that position. That is not your job. The new management is on its way, though. Don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about it. But let me get this word in the Edom. Insolence, immodesty, rudeness, sauciness, impudence, meaning peevishness. Okay, petulant, wanton. Yeah, just desperate, man. Desperate, wanton. You're in need. Okay, but it's a lot of bullshit that you're in need of. Because see, what you're really in need of: water, food, shelter, clothing. All right, it's not gonna register that much because, again, all these little luxuries and trinkets that you're used to in life, you better get that shit out of your head, or it's gonna be even a harder fall. It's gonna be a harder fall, man. So let's go to the book of actually Wisdom of Solomon 11:17 KJV. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts. What does that mean, unknown wild beasts? Right, Isa has a thing called I think it's called taxonomy, but pretty much like, you know, the opposite for botanical, right? The botanical world, which he classifies every plant, every species, every branch, every vine, every root, right, in his Latin-based system, right, which comes from Rome. But he does the same thing for the animals. So he likes to classify everything. But guess what? There's all kinds of things that the Most High, first of all, hid from you, and there's new creatures that he makes, he creates. And if you want to talk about evolution, the Lord, yeah, he does that. He evolves and he creates all kinds of new creatures because he's not stagnant. He's not stale. He can never be stale, right? He can never just stop creating. He's an everlasting power. You know what the hell? You think he's out of creativity? Mosai Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they're out of create. Oh, I'm all out of my mojo. No, there's all kinds of things the Lord's doing, man. Preparing for the elect. You know, all kinds of things. Just like you hear what do you hear in the background? What's the ASMR today? The water, the current. We're at a big river called the Humber River. That's the Spirit. That's the Lord. He's ever flowing, man. You see, there's rocks in the way, but guess what? The water flows around it, over it, under it, however it got to go. Right? It finds a way. Right? Or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created. So these things people don't know about. They never heard of these beasts. Breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. Okay? Which sounds like what? A dragon. Right? That sounds like a dragon, man. Right? Shooting out fire. And guess what? I seen a video of a small lizard. It was shooting out like 2 seconds, 3 seconds of fire, like a quick torch, like, right? And the Lord, look, he can turn these animals off and turn them on. The time that we're in right now is the climax of the proud times. The Lord did that. He hid himself. He made the devil think that he didn't exist. Right? You Edomites made the world think that either the Most High doesn't exist, there's many gods, or You can do whatever the hell you want. He's an ever forgiving power. Whichever of those situations, he perverted the truth. That is, the Most High requires a standard. He requires morality and loving your neighbor. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. You people done fucked up. You know? So, newly created, man. Right? So like, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to get somewhere with that, but either way, the point is made. You know, the Most High set you devils up. That's the point I was gonna make. The Wadi Halbashim Yasha. He turned the animals off. Right? Leviathan. Nobody even thinks about Leviathan. They just think it's legend. You make Godzilla about a movie. You go eat popcorn, you clap your hands, you have a few laughs, a few ahs, and that's it. But the Lord turned that part off. Okay? So when it really turns on, like I said, people are just gonna die of seeing it, hearing it, man. I don't know what that thing sounds like. Okay? And the Lord did that. He turned that off. The spiritual realm, the angels, the UFOs, even though they're always around, right? But he did that so the proud times can climax. They can rise, man. And people can get more stupid and proud and lascivious. And hence the punishment fits the crime. It's not going to be harsh. Okay, the punishment you people are going to go through, it's not going to be harsh. It's going to be very fitting. Right? Whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Now, let me get this in the common English. Right, 17, your all-powerful hand, which had brought the world into being out of formless matter, would have been more than able to send a host of bears and fierce lions against them, or they could have been met by newly created beasts that no one had ever seen before, full of rage. Right? So they're not talking. They're just, as soon as they see you, it's like the Terminator. They're on sight. Okay? It's not like a zebra or shit. Even lions. Lions sometimes are cool and you can tame them, and tigers, no. They're just full of rage, these creatures, and they're ready. They're ready. They're ready to tear you up. Right? Full of rage, breathing fire, belching smoke, and shooting deadly sparks from their eyes. The damage that these beasts would have been able to do would have been more than enough to wipe out your enemies. Just the sight of them would have been enough to make them die from fear. Or without any of these, your enemies could have been cut down by a single breath, pursued by your justice, and crushed by a powerful breath. But again, the Lord, what does Yahweh Shem Yoshai like to do? 2nd Ezra's 9, he works in signs and effects. Okay, like when you go to the fucking movie theater, you want what? You want effects. The IMAX experience, right? Some people like to get the full effect with the chair moving and vibrating, and you know, the 3D and all that. But the Lord works in effects and signs. You're not gonna be able to escape this. It's not gonna be like Leave the World Behind, where the girl pops in the DVD Friends and just, you know, has a nostalgic moment of back on her couch. No, this is the evil time, man. Perilous times. Anyway, Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Shalom to you, like.